I am using tangent means you know the slopes by the way. For that is in slope 1 plus slope 2. I memorize like this, m1 plus m2, 1 minus m1 times m2. This is easier for me, but you can memorize also like this. So if you have the difference, so this will be difference, but this will be plus. Opposite sign, like this, like a cross. But here on the numerator, it is the same sign. Negative and positive. And cosine is cos, cos, sin, sin. And sine is sin, cos, cos, sin. We already talked this. For the sine, this if plus, plus, if minus, minus. For the cosine, opposite. If plus, minus, if minus, plus. Okay, let's go and move. So we talk about this question. So I can pass it. But you can see the solution. 75, we are expressing 30 plus 45. So we are trying the way which we know their trigonometric ratios. What are the famous angles we supposed to know? 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, like 150 or 120. These are the famous angles, and they are not difficult to operate with them. We can use special triangles or the unit circle. Okay, for the tangent 11 pi over 2, I think we also already talked about this. 11 pi over 2, 2 pi over 3 plus pi over 4. What can you do? You may maybe convert, instead of pi, put it 180. And then what will be as an angle? So you can decide first, second, third, and fourth, where is it? And then you can express it by using the sum of the angles. So it is here. Now, let's try one question, tangent of 15. So let's do it together with one of you. Is there any volunteer? Let's do it together. You will tell me, I will write what to do. Anyone want to talk? No one? Okay, I am choosing then. Sonia, are you here? Can you talk? Your microphone is working. Sonia? Hello, Sonia. You are not here. Shaza?
Yes, Mister.
Can we solve together?
Okay.
15, how can we express? By using 30, 45, 60, tell me 90, 120, 150, 180, 270, 360. These are the spatial angles. We know them. It's easy. I mean, not difficult. By using one of them, two of them, I mean, how can you express tangent 15, plus or minus? No problem.
Minus. I'm gonna use minus.
Tell me, tangent.
Maybe.
Yes, just tell me, no problem. We can delete. We can delete it, no problem. Just tell me. It's fine.
I don't know.
45. By using these numbers, how? Pardon. 15. By using these numbers, how can you get? Okay, let me help. 45, for example. By using 45, how can you express 15?
Oh, okay, 45 minus 30.
Yes, that's it. And then the formula says tangent of 45 minus, so if this is minus, minus same, tangent of 30 divided by 1. Now, if this is minus, right now we put plus. This is the rule. We are memorizing this. Tangent of 45, tangent of 30. Is this okay? So let me come back. Let me show you what I have done here. What I have done. Oops. So these formulas, maybe you can put somewhere. You can write them in a stick. So whenever you study. So this formula I have used. Tangent of the first angle minus tangent of the second angle. 1 plus tangent of first and tangent of second. This is the formula we supposed to memorize. Otherwise, we can't solve this question. Okay? Just we should use, tell me, calculator. Now, after this step, normal tangent 45 hits 1. You're supposed to know this. If you don't know, if you don't remember, draw a right triangle. Maybe better draw 2 right triangles. Why? Let's say this is 1, 1, root 2, which means 45 degrees and 45 degrees. And let's say this is 30. Let's say this is 60. So 2, 1, and root 3. You mustn't forget these 2 triangles. It's so essential, so important. Okay, even in SAT, it's important. So by looking this, what is tangent of 45? Tangent means opposite over adjacent. So 1 over 1, 1, finished. Minus tangent of 30. Can you tell me what will be tangent of 30? This is 30 degrees.
It's gonna be 1 over radical 3.
Radical 3, root 3, square root of 3. Okay, good. Go on. And then 1 plus, what should I write? The form tangent 45, which is 1 times tangent
also
30,
times 1 over radical 3.
Okay, till here, do you have any question?
No.
No. So it means that I have 1 minus 1 over root 3 divided by 1 plus 1 over root 3. But do I have anywhere this result? No. For that reason, what am I going to do? I will multiply numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. What is the conjugate of the denominator? Do you remember the conjugate?
It's 1 minus 1 over radical 3.
Yeah. So, and you can even expand the parentheses, but it is not a good idea. Why it is not good idea? By the way, I multiply by this, right? By minus. So what am I going to do? Let me clean the right side. First of all, denominator is directly equal to a squared minus b squared, which means 1 squared minus 1 over root 3 squared. Do you remember this one? When we multiply a plus b by its conjugate, which is a minus b, result is always first one squared minus second one squared, always. So first one is 1 squared, minus second one is 1 over 3, second one squared. This is denominator. What about numerator? Numerator is 1 minus 1 over 3 times 1 minus 1 over 2. I mean, it is the same thing, right? If this is a times a, which is a squared. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is this like a minus b parenthesis square? How can I expand this? A squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is the famous thing we should know. So first one square minus 2 times first one times second one plus second one square. So I have just used identities. And numerator will be 1 square is 1, 2 over root 3. 1 over root 3 square, 1 square is 1, and root 3 square is 3, divided by 1 minus 1 over 3. Till here, any question? Do you have any question till here?
No.
It's complicated, not complicated, since there is no place, maybe you may think that, what are they? Lots of things. But you know, I'm explaining the rules also, so you don't need to write each step. So you can pass some steps in your mind, and it's a limited area to work. So after that, what can I do? This is 1 over 3. If I operate this 1 times 3, 3, plus 1, 4, so 4 over 3, minus 2 over 3. But this is 1 minute, 4 over 3 minus 2 over root 3. Divided by 1 times 3, 3, 3 minus 1, 2 over 3. This is now 2 over 3. And then what am I going to do? Let's have a look. This is root 3. Let me change the color to understand better. If I multiply this by only root 3, can I say that 2 times root 3, 2 root 3? divided by root 3 times root 3, which is only 3, and 4 over 3. And denominator is 2 over 3. So since now all the denominators are same, I can operate 4 minus 2 root 3 divided by 3, all divided by 2 over 3. Any question till here? Check it, check the calculations. Do we have any question? Yes, no?
No.
Okay, so let me go up to continue for the calculations. So what am I going to say? I will say this. Since the denominators are 3 and 3 direct, I can simplify. So result is 4 minus 2 root 3 over 2. Is this clear for you? If not, you can say first one times reciprocal, 3 over 2. So 3 over 2. This 3 and this 3 simplify, so you will have this. Do we have this result? No. Why? We can still continue factorization, or we can still continue to operate this. How can I do this? For example, 2 common parentheses, 2 minus root 3 will be numerator. Is this okay? 2 times 2, 4. 2 times root 3, 2 root 3, and there is minus. Divided by 2. Now, when I simplify, final result comes out 2 minus root 3. This must be right now. Yeah, it is here. Okay? Check it quickly, starting from this. Okay, and then this, and then this. So you have question or not? For example, in exam, what can I ask? I can ask you, what is tangent 75? What is the answer? Tangent 45 plus 30, for example. So it is equal to tangent 45 plus tangent 15 divided by 1 minus tangent 45. By the way, I said 15, it is 30, right? 75 means 45 plus 30. 45 plus 30. Let's see now. We can talk it later if you need. What is this? It's a problem, right? Let us paste this. We can have a look, but now I wish to paste now. Also paste this. You may, if you wish, have a look then. And whenever you have questions, you can ask me. I am pressing this. I am also pressing this. Now, okay, my dears, this is important thing here. When you look at, is the question clear? Find the exact value of this. What will be this? If you know the rule, it is so simple. Why? Isn't it this is tangent of 78 minus 18, which is tangent of 60? Check it. What is, if I ask you only this one, find the result, what are you going to say? Tangent 78 minus tangent 18 plus, 1 plus tangent 78 times tangent 18. This is the formula. So this formula is equal to tangent 60. What is tangent 60? If you don't know, just draw 30 here, 60 here. So hypotenuse if 2, opposite of 30, half, opposite of 60, half times root 3, which is 1 root 3. And tangent means opposite over adjacent. Opposite here, adjacent here, root 3 over 1. The answer comes out root 3. Finished. That's it. What do you think? Is it okay?
Yes.
That's really easy, yeah.
It is, but you should know the rule. M1 minus M2, 1 plus M1 times M2 is equal to tangent M1 minus M2. If the question is this is plus, this is minus, we should say plus. That's it. Just the formula. Okay, I am pressing now other page. Oops, let's come back. What about this? Now, let's think again. When you look at what you see, is this sine of x times cosine of y plus cosine of x times sine of y. If you call this is x, if you call this is y, you have this, yes or no? Check it, please, by yourself, check this. Is this okay or not?
Yeah.
But now you're supposed to know this formula. Sin cos cos sin, sine cosine cosine sine is equal to sine of x plus y. You should know this. Okay, there is no excuse for this for a grade 12 students. You have to know. And then, so you can say that this side is given, which is here. So this is directly equal to this side. It means that sine of, now x is pi over 3. Now y is pi over 4. This is your question. What can you do? You can write this. First of all, if you equalize the denominator, okay, you can say that this will be 4 pi plus 3 pi divided by 12. Okay? Or maybe you don't need this one also. Why? Isn't it a simple thing? I mean, pi over 3 means 60. Yes or no? What do you think?
Yeah.
60, right?
Yeah.
And pi over 4 means 45. So this is sine of 105. Yes or no? Yes, no?
Yes.
That's it. This is sine of 105. Now, after that, you may do lots of operations, but it says simplify. So we simplify sine of 105. Let us see the solution. How is it given? I don't think so. You should continue. If continue, we may continue, but let us see what it says. Yeah, this one. It's same. Why same? Even at the beginning, do you remember I said 4, 3? 7 times 180 divided by 12 divided by 6, if I say 30 by 6 to 15, 7 times 15, 7 and 10, 70, 7 and 5, 35, which is 105, as I told you. Come on. Any questions? No. Good. Yeah, I want you to solve this. But sine, cosine, cosine, sine, if minus, on the left side also minus. Or let me remind you formula. Sine x minus y, sine of x times cosine of y, minus cosine of x times cosine of y. Again, you have to memorize this, okay? And then I think you can solve, check it. Try this by yourself. And you can put to the chat box. Even direct chat, no problem, no need to private chat. It's fine. You can put it. Okay, I said C, Fatima C, Aisha C. The others, let us wait. Okay, mostly you said C. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What is the answer? All of you said C. Bravo. So no need. Let me explain, or it's fine.
It's fine. It's
Fine,
easy.
okay. If but someone says explain, I can explain. No, 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 no. What about this? Here, be careful. Please focus on here. Don't do anything else. Just focus on here right now. First of all, the meaning of arcsine of root 3 over 2. Step by step, I saw. You know, arcsine means, by the way, we can use this notation. These are same thing. Right? This is arcsine. Now I want to ask you, trigonometric functions take as an input angle and produce as an output number, real number. Now, inverse trigonometric function make the opposite. What does it mean? They take the number, they produce the angles. So, arcsine of root 3 over 2 means one angle, let's say alpha. Is this clear? Arcsine of root 3 over 2 is alpha. Now, what can I say? I can say this one. If and only if sine of alpha is equal to root 3 over 2. Do you remember general rule? If f of x is y, if and only if f inverse y is equal x. So this is now f inverse y x. So f of x is y. Now, which arcsine root 3 over 2 means this? Which trigonometric function sine is root 3 over 2? The answer is
60.
60, right? So sine alpha root 3 over 2, so alpha is 60. Alpha is 60 in the first quadrant. If it is in the second quadrant, it could be also 120, right? We always think this. This is now 60 and this is now 120. But there is one restriction. Why? We know that trigonometric functions are not one-to-one. And when we talk about the arcsine, we are just working, dear ladies, here. What does it mean? Between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. So it means that our answer must be in the first quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, alpha is only 60 degrees. When we talk about arc cosine, it is between 0 and pi. When we talk about arc cosine, it is between 0 and pi. So this is arc cosine. This is arc sine. Their domain. Okay. Now, for that reason, this is only 60 degrees. Is this clear why this is 60? Normally 60 and 120. But 120, it's not in the domain of arc sine of x. Now, arc cosine of x. Arc cosine of x. What can I say? Arc cosine of x is one angle. Let's say y or alpha, you can say no problem. If and only if cosine of y is equal to x. Till here, do you have any question?
No.
Yeah, good. Let me clean all now. The main concept we understand. And also there is something, do not forget, sine and arc sine of anything, let's say x, is equal to x. Or cosine, arc cosine of x is equal to x. This is the rule. Why? F and f inverse x is equal to x. X, whatever it is, not important. Or f inverse f is equal to x. This is for logarithmic function, trigonometric function, normal, for everything, all kind of function in general. Okay, any function and it inverse when it's operated, result is x. So when I say cosine, arc cosine of x, result is directly x. Now let us continue now. What will be, we can discuss on the solution. Now, our solution, it's used this one. If I call, this is now one angle, for example, angle X, angle Y, angle alpha, angle beta, no problem. This is now Y. First of all, these are angles or not? Let's be sure about this. Arc sine root 3 over 2 is an angle whose sine is root 3 over 2. Arc cosine X is an angle whose cosine is X. So we have two angles then. What was the rule for cosine of X plus Y? The rule is this: cos, cos, sin, sin. Cosine, cosine, sine, sine. And X times Y when plus minus. When minus plus. This is the rule. Cos, cos, sin, sin. What should I say? Sine X and sine Y. Now it used this. Look now. Cosine of first thing. So cosine of arc sine of this times cosine of second thing. Cosine of arc cosine of X. And minus sine of first thing. Sine of arc sine of this. And sine of second thing. Now I want to tell you directly. Can you say that this is X? What do you think? And can you say that this is root 3 over 2? Directly, can you say it is or not?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Cosine, arc cosine of X is X. Or sine, arc sine of X is X. This X means, for example, here, root 3 over 2. Here, just X. For that reason, we put X. Here, we put root 3 over 2. Do we have any question up to here? No. Now, arc sine of root 3 over 2, I just explained it before this. Cosine of 60. Now, here the issue is this: sine of arc cosine of X. What will be? We have to talk about this. So let's go on. Now, let's have a look together what it says. That alpha is arc sine of 3, blah, blah, blah. What it says, Pythagorean theorem. Just let me go a little bit. I will explain all this stuff. Let's go a little bit. Yeah. Now, let me continue now. Let me continue. Till here, or let's go back. Yeah, here my solution. Now, what can I say after this step? So I will clean this part and explain here on this page. I think this could be easier for you to see exactly solutions. Now, first of all, cosine of 60, sine of 30, which is 1 over 2. We know this. Do you have any question for this? Cosine of 60, sine over sine 30, which is 1 over 2. Is this okay or not?
It's okay, sir.
This is okay. If not, I will explain. But if it's okay, pressing. Now, cosine, arc cosine X is, we said X. So this is directly X. Finished. Minus sine arc sine of angle root 3 over 2. This is also finished. Till here, do we have any question?
No.
No. Now, here the problem is, what can I do? Let me say, dear ladies, this one. Arc cosine of X. So, arc cosine of X. It will be something. Let me call this is Y. You can call alpha, beta, whatever you want. I want to call Y. If and only if, what can I write, Hayat? Can you tell me? If
Of y gonna equal to x.
one more time, I couldn't hear.
Cos y is gonna equal to x.
Y is equal to X?
No, cos y. Cos y.
Cosine of Y,
Yeah.
good, is equal
gonna
to X. I couldn't hear well. Okay,
That's
cosine of y is equal to x. Anyone has any problem with this? How did we write? Any question for this?
No.
No. And then, dear ladies, we already discussed this before. Draw right triangle. Don't wait. Draw right triangle. Cosine of y. Say somewhere y. Here or here, no matter. And then cosine means adjacent over hypotenuse. Cosine of y is x means even you can say x over 1. What I mean, this is now x, this is now 1. In this triangle, cosine of y is x over 1. Is this okay or not? Check it please by own.
It's okay.
Now, by using Pythagorean theorem, what can I say about this side length? Isn't it 1 squared is equal to x squared plus question mark squared? So question mark squared is equal to 1 minus x squared. So question mark is equal to 1 minus x squared. Is this okay for you?
Yeah.
So now, here be careful, dear ladies. Arc cosine of x we call y. So what is my original question here? Sine of y, isn't it? Sine of y. By looking this figure, what is the sine of y? Opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite is I just calculated 1 minus x squared in square root divided by 1. Opposite over hypotenuse. So final result, x over 2 times, not times, minus root 3 times 1 minus x squared divided by 2. One more step, I can say that 1 over 2 common parenthesis, x minus root 3 and this, I mean root a times root b, it's equal to root ab. I know this. I can even leave as it is, or I can say that in the square root of 3 times 1, 3 minus 3x squared. This is totally up to you, or this is totally, it depends on the alternative. If it's a test question, this could be in the alternative, this could be in the alternative, this could be in the alternative. They are all acceptable. Let me take one screenshot. I will share this in Google Classroom. Now, when we go now, so this is our final result. And let us see what was our final result. Let's check it. This one. Is this okay?
Yeah.
It is as I did. So when I come back to previous page, so I don't want to confuse your mind. What are they written here? The everything in a simple way, I think I have explained. Is this okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on. So passing. Probably it's your turn. Question comes. Practice questions. Let's see. One more step. This is the solution. And then, as I told you, even this could be, even this could be. So it depends on the alternatives. Okay? These are the same things. No, there's no difference. Now it's your turn. So arc cosine of 2x is one angle. Let's say xy, or say it a. Arc sine of x, it's an angle y. Inverse trigonometric functions take the numbers and produce angles. This is one angle, this is another angle. Sine of a plus b. How can you write sine of a plus b? Think about this and then try to solve this question. It will take time, I know. What is the time right now? 9:44. We're supposed to give a break time. 1 minute. Let me see.
Yes, at 45.
Where was the bell time? It was here somewhere. So this is the first lesson. 9:40 we have to finish. Now 9:45. Okay, let's make it like this. Let's give 5 minutes break. So we will be 9:50 here, okay? 9:50.
Okay, sir.
9:50. Tamam. I'm not closing, just muting and closing. Okay, now just 1 second. All right. Attendance I will take and continue. Let's now IRM is here or not? No. Hanin is here or not?
Yes, I'm here.
Lujain? Is Lujain here? No. Okay.
Sir,
One more time.
for the first period, I came right after you took attendance.
Who is talking?
Razan.
Razan is talking. Okay. So from the beginning, let me read. Amna, here or not? Amna? No. Aya? Aya Kadir?
Here.
Tamam. 1 minute, let me check if we are 1, 3, 18, 2, 21, 21. So 20, 19, 18. We are more than this. Amna is here or not?
She is in the meeting.
If Amna is here, why she is not talking? This is the difficult part of online.
Yeah.
But I can directly say she is not responding, so she is absent. I can say it easily. Okay, anyway, tamam. Lujain is here or not? No. Lujain is not. Okay, let's say Ayarami is absent. Tamam, all the others here, let's say. Now, let's continue where we were. No, last question was good question.
Sir, I tried to solve it, but I was really confused. So
Yeah,
can you-
normal. This is trigonometry, and this is arc sine, arc cosine. This is the most difficult part of the trigonometry. Okay, let's do it slowly together. Let's do it together. When the break time comes, you can tell me. Now, if I call, this is now, let's say alpha. Let's call, this is now beta. Two different angles, okay? So what can I say? First of all, arc cosine of 2x is alpha means, what can I write? Arc cosine of 2x is alpha means that which angles alpha is 2x. Let me copy down. Arc cosine of 2x is alpha means cosine of alpha is 2x. Is this okay or not? Let's think.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then arc sine of x is beta means sine of beta is x. Is this okay or not? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Good. Now, one more step, let me go. Let me do it here. Let me call one angle is alpha. Cosine of alpha 2x I want. So this is 2x. This is 1. Can I say?
Yeah.
And then what will be this side? This will be square root of 1 minus 2x squared, which is 4x squared. 1 minus 4x squared. Look at 1 minus 4x squared. 1 minus 4x squared. That means we are on the good way. Now, what about the second triangle? Let me say beta. Since here I have sine of beta, it's x. So sine means opposite divided by hypotenuse. So what will be then this? 1 minus x squared. Till here, do we have any question?
Can you repeat the last step, please?
This part?
Yeah, the last one. Yeah.
So sine of beta is x. If beta is this, sine means opposite over hypotenuse. So this is x. This is one we are writing. And then this side, what will be? So it will be, by using Pythagorean theorem, question mark squared plus x squared is equal to 1 squared. So question mark will be 1 minus x squared.
Okay.
And then sine of alpha plus beta, what is that? It is this. Sine of alpha, cosine of beta, minus cosine of alpha, sine of beta. This is the formula of sine of alpha plus beta. Sine of alpha plus beta. Is this okay or not? Sin cos, cos sin. No, it's not okay. Why it's not okay? If this is plus, this must be also plus. Now this is okay. Am I right? What do you think?
Yeah.
We are done. Why we are done? Look at now. Black color. Sine of alpha. Do you have it? Where is alpha? Here. What is sine of alpha? Opposite over hypotenuse, which means 1 minus 4x squared in root divided by 1. So I am not writing divided by 1. Times cosine of beta. Beta is here. So cosine means adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 1 minus x squared in square root. Plus cosine of alpha. Alpha is here. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so 2x times sine of beta, opposite divided by hypotenuse, x. Finished. Most probably, result is, it seems, A. 2x times x, 2x squared. So 2x squared here, 2x squared here. So, since this is only 1 minus 4x squared, and this is 1 minus 4x squared times another thing, so it cannot be result. So result is A. But let's provide this. You know that root A, root B is root AB. So 1 times 1, 1. 1 times negative x squared, negative x squared. Negative 4x squared times 1, negative 4x squared. Negative 4x is and this positive 4x to 4. So it will be then 4x to 4 minus 5x to 2 plus 1 plus 2x squared. So yeah, as I guess, that's the answer is A. Finished. Screenshot and I will send you. Check it please right now, everything. And if there is question, tell me.
Yeah, now it seems easier when we solve it together.
This is called experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it needs a lot of practice.
Okay. Just make more practice. Inshallah, you will be familiar also. I am pressing then. Now, verify cofunction identities. It says that cosine of negative theta, cosine theta. We know this from where? This is even function. Cosine is even function, so it must be. Why? For the even function, we have this. But now probably the book used different way. Let us see. On the solution, let me explain. On the solution, okay? Cosine of negative theta. Can we say cosine of 0 minus theta? Yes, we can. So 0 minus number, it will be. And then if I call this is x, if I call this is y, cos x times cos y plus sine x times sine y. So it is here. And then cosine of 0 is 1, y1. Directly draw the unit circle if you don't remember. So angle 0 it's here. So coordinate of this 1 comma 0. So cosine is x, y is sine. So this is cosine. So cosine of 0 is 1. So we put it. And cosine of theta, we don't know cosine of theta. Sine of 0, so this is the second component when angle is 0, so it is 0. And then 1 time cosine theta will be cosine theta. That means they are equal. We prove it. That's all. Now, it says that how can we prove this? Let's think. Tangent negative theta means 0 minus theta. And then tangent of difference formula, how was the tangent 0 minus tangent theta divided by 1 plus tangent of 0 times tangent of theta. Do we have this case? First of all, numerator must be minus, right? So this cannot be. Here minus, it's okay. Here minus, it's okay. And when this is minus, denominator must be plus, opposite sign. If minus, plus. So this cannot be. So only this is left. So no need to check these sides. We finished. Since this is a test question. Is it understandable?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this one
Very
is easy.
good.
Yeah,
Now, verify this. Verify this. Normally, what we know, how can I solve this question? Normally, I solve this question. Cosine of negative pi over 2 minus theta. So negative pi over 2, positive theta. Cosine is even function. For that reason, this is directly equals this. And now cofunction rule, it is directly sine of theta. Finished. Without using identities.
so the negative sign, we don't put it, right? Because
This is
cosine.
positive, not negative.
No, I mean at first the negative sign.
This is negative.
Yeah.
You confuse this one, cosine negative x is cosine of x. So it's not important this negative. I mean, cosine negative 60 directly cosine 60.
Okay.
Which is we just prove it here, right? This one. So whenever you see cosine negative theta, you can take it, you can regard as cosine positive theta. They are same. Okay, so let us see here the solution, and on it let me explain. So cosine theta minus pi over 2, it says use the rule. If this is x, if this is y, cos x times cos y plus sine x times sine y. And then cosine theta is cosine theta. Cosine of 90 degrees. So 90 degrees is here. Cosine means x component. What is the x of this angle? 0. So 0 times any number will be 0. Sine of theta times sine of 90. 90 degrees sine is the second component. You know, this is 0, 1. Sine is second component, which is 1. 1 times sine theta, which is sine of theta. We already proved by using identities. Okay. Now, we know this, right? We know this or we don't know this? Normally, we know this.
It should be like x minus 90 normally, we know it.
Like this, we know, right? I mean, like this, can I write? Yes.
Yeah.
Tangent function, like a sine function, odd function. So odd function, take the sign outside. When I operate the 180 and 360, I use the same function without changing the, tell me, function type. Tangent is tangent. So left x. And then just what should I do now? I should do this one. What will be x minus 360? Where is it, x minus 360? X is an angle in the first quadrant, if we think. So in the first quadrant, any angle subtract from the negative 360, it will be negative something here. So negative something here means tangent is here plus, cosine is here plus, sine is negative, plus over minus, minus. So I have to put another minus from this rule. So minus and minus, 2 minus will be 1 positive x. Now, by using identities, probably it will be easier to understand quickly. Just this one. Tangent 360 means sine of 360 degrees over cosine of 360 degrees. Where is 360 degrees? You know, it is here, same as the 0 degrees and 360 degrees, same position. So sine is here, or the coordinate is here, you know, x is 1, y is 0. Sine means the second component. So sine 360 is 0. Cosine 360 is 1. 0 over 1 is 0. For that reason, 0. For that reason, 0. Result comes out directly tangent of x. So when you confuse the things, even you can use this rule, even you can use the cofunction rules. Okay, which one could be answered? Think a bit. Just check the rule. And the best way is, when it is minus in the sign, it must be also minus. Here, what is this? This is interesting. We haven't seen this kind of things. So cancel out. Minus, and this is plus. It's not possible. Cancel out. So answer is A or B. Which one? So since the result must be negative cosine, that's using simple logic. This is negative cosine, so the answer must be directly A. I haven't checked.
Yeah.
According to the given, I am looking. That's it. I haven't checked anything, just use simple logic. But normal, what is the rule? Sine of theta, sine of cosine, and cosine sine, and 90 degrees. So sine of theta is 1, right? Sine of theta is sine of theta. Here it says cosine of 90. Cosine of 90 is 0. Yes, 0. Sine of 91. So result is comes out. Good. What about this? How can we solve this? Chat box, there is something. Okay, no. A. Find the solution of this thing. Sine of this is equal to sine of that. How can we solve this? Simple logic, ladies. I will explain. I will show the way. I don't know what the book used. I haven't checked this slide before. Okay, I'm looking with you at the same time. Sine of x plus pi over 2. Can I say sine of x minus pi over 4? What do you think? Can we say this?
Why minus?
Just take the negative other side.
Oh,
Yes or no?
yeah.
We can.
Yes.
So think a bit like this, ladies. We said before, this is 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees. We said that 150 degrees sine of 150 degrees is equal to sine of 30. We said this. How did we explain? What is the rule? Or I can say that alpha and pi minus alpha, these are equal to each other, let's say. I mean, sine of alpha is equal to sine of pi minus alpha, like sine of 30 is sine of 180 minus 30, which is sine of 50. So by using this simple logic, should I say this? This one, x plus pi over 4. This is x minus pi over 4. X minus pi over 4 is equal to pi minus this angle, which is x minus pi over 4. What does it mean? pi minus x plus pi over 4 is x minus pi over 4. Now, these negative x, if I take the other positive x, x and x, 2x. If I take this negative pi over 4, the other side, pi plus pi over 4 plus pi over 4. If I equalize the denominators by 4, so it will be 4 pi plus pi divided by 4. I will explain again, just quickly I'm solving the question. 2x is 6 pi over 4. If I simplify, 3 pi over 2. So this is 2x, I want to find x. So 1 over 2 times, only x equals 3 pi over 4. Only x, 3 pi over 4. Is this between 0 and 2 pi? Yes, it is. So the answer is this one, which is 45 times 3, which is 45, right? Okay, 3, 5, 15, 3, 4, 12, 135. The answer of the question is 135 degrees or 3 pi over 4. Now let us see. I will explain one more time. I wonder the way of the book, probably same way, but let's see. Different way it is. Let us use, what is the way? Let's see. Sine of alpha plus beta is sine of alpha times cosine of beta, cosine of alpha, sine of beta. And for this, okay, good. And just use the formula. And then, what it says, 1 minute directly. So we are simplifying the similar things most probably. Let's see it. Let's have a look, dear ladies. If I expand this, this will be sine of x cosine of pi over 4. Negative and negative positive, cosine of x sine of pi over 4. Now this is negative sine x pi over 4. This is positive sine x pi over 4. So these two things are just opposite of each other. When we add, it will be 0. Cosine x sine over 4 plus cosine x sine over 4, it means 2 times cosine of x sine pi over 4. And then let's continue. It is equal to 0. So let's see it. Yeah, till here as we did. Just open the parenthesis and make the operation. And then it's clear that we can divide by 2 directly. Cosine x sine pi over 4 is 0. It's okay. And then let's think together. Sine of pi over 4. Do we know these angles, trigonometric ratios? Sine of pi over 4. It's 45 degrees. What is sine of 45 degrees? It is root 2 over 2. If you remember, if you don't remember, 1 root 2 45, you can say. And then cosine of x times this 0, it means that cosine of x will be 0 directly. Dividing by both sides, same thing. And then where the cosine is 0, dear ladies, cosine is 0 here and also here. Can I say? No. Cosine is here 1 and here negative 1. Where the cosine is 0, here and here. Why the coordinate is here 0, 1. Coordinate is here 0, negative 1. Cosine means first component. So where the cosine is 0, then at pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. So when we continue here, it says that pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. It says, so finally, that's the answer.
Sir, that's so hard.
No, it's not so hard. It's not so hard. Just the first time now, you face up for that reason. One more time then, one more time. Or let me explain on the whiteboard. Okay. So this way is better, I think. Since the, where is it? Whiteboard, okay. Let me explain it here. For 1 minute, I want to try something. I have one application. The first time, let me use with you. If it's possible to use directly. So you see my screen. The question was, right, where is the pen here? Sine x plus x pi, sine x plus pi over 4. You see this screen?
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
And then sine of x minus pi over 4, sine of x minus. Now, what am I going to do? The first thing, I know that sine of x plus y. What is that? How can I open this? It will be sine of x times cosine of y plus cosine of x times sine of y. So I will use this. So let me use it. Sine of x times cosine of pi over 4 plus sine, cosine, cosine, cosine of x times sine of pi over 4. This is the first thing. Finished. Minus. Now, whenever I have minus, here this will be minus. Other things are same. So sine of x times sine of pi over 4 minus.
Sine, sir.
No, it is cosine. Yes, you are right. There is eraser here. You're right. This is eraser. So sine of sin cos cosine. Sin cos cosine. And this is parenthesis. This is the first thing. Yeah, parenthesis. So sine of x times cosine of pi over 4. Since minus minus, cosine of x and sine of pi over 4 equals 0. Now, cosine of pi over, when we expand this, look now, this minus and this one, it will be expanded. Negative sine of x cosine of pi over 4, negative and negative, positive cosine of x sine pi over 4 equals 0, and sine x cosine pi over 4, cosine x sine pi over 4. Now, when I look at here, these two things are same. I mean, this one and this one same. So I can cancel out when I add them. So cosine sine pi over 4. This is also cosine sine pi over 4. That means 2 times cosine of x sine pi over 4 I have is equal to 0. So sine pi over 4, I know that this is root 2 over 2. So I will have 2 times root 2 over 2 times cosine of x is equal to 0. So this is a number, root 2. If I divide by root 2, I will have cosine of x is equal to 0. Now, unit circle. Let me draw here. In the unit circle, cosine means, you know, whenever you have the first component is cosine, second component is sine. On the unit circle, anything. So where the first component is 0 as an angle. So this is 90 degrees. This is 270 degrees. And cosine of 90 degrees is 0. And cosine of 3 pi over 2 also 0. So x is equal to pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2, we say. Now it's okay. I will send screenshot to you.
Oh, that's it?
That's it, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's it. Now, let us go to these pages. Now, here, what could it be? Let us do it together. The rule for minus difference, minus, it's being plus. Okay, we should memorize this. So it will be then the first thing, cosine of x, cosine of pi over 4, plus sine of x times sine of pi over 4. Now plus sine of x plus y, the rule, sine of x plus y, sine x cosine y plus cosine x sine y. So it will be sine x cosine pi over 4 plus cosine of x sine of pi over 4. Now, when I look at here, sine x sine pi over 4, do I have the same thing here? No. Cosine x cosine pi over 4, cosine x, no, nothing is same. So I cannot use the factorization. So what can I do? I can directly use what I know. Let me see it, what I have in my hand. Let me see it. Cosine of pi over 4. This is now pi over 4 is 45 degrees. So what is cosine of 45 degrees? Root 2 over 2. So cosine of x times root 2 over 2 plus sine of x times pi over 4 sine 45, it's still root 2 over 2 plus this is still sine of 2 over 2 and this is cosine root 2 over 2. Is this okay till here? Check it, please. Let me check one more time. Cosine x root 2 over 2, sine x root 2 over 2, sine x here, I forget, sine x times root 2 over 2, plus cosine of x times root 2 over 2. I forget to write the x's. So, write it again. Sine of x, so cosine this, sine of this, root 2 over 2, and cosine of x, root 2 over 2. Now, when I look at the question, dear ladies, look, this one and this one same. Is this correct? So 2 times cosine of x times root 2 over 2. First of all, this and this I can simplify. Plus this one and this one same. So 2 times sine of x times root 2 over 2 I can say. This and this I can simplify. So what I have, cosine of x times root 2 plus sine of x times root 2 is equal to 0. By the way, these are all 0. Till here, do you have any question?
No.
And root 2 is common. So cosine of x plus sine of x is equal to 0, I can say. And if I divide by root 2, I will have cosine of x plus sine of x is equal to 0. Is this okay or not? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Just simple. And then sine of x is equal negative cosine of x. Now, dear ladies, the best way, use the alternative. Or draw a right triangle. So, sine of x, how could it be equal to negative cosine of x? How could it be? I may use different ways if you want. Okay, I will clean after this step. I just remember something. You can use the alternatives, but I remember one way. Maybe this is better for us. It will be, I mean, shortest way. I just remember something. I think it will be easier. Now, dear ladies, I have here sine of x is equal to negative cosine of x. That's true, right? So let me copy down here. Sine of x is equal to negative cosine of x. Now be careful. If I divide both sides by cosine, Can I say tangent of x is -1? What do you think?
I don't understand this.
This is given, and we found till here. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Just divide the both side cosine. Cosine, cosine simplify, -1. What is sine over cosine? It is tangent. As a definition, sine over cosine is tangent.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, and the tangent is -1. When you see the tangent is +1, the answer is 45 degrees. One more time. Tangent 45, we should know that it is +1. But we want the tangent is negative. Where the tangent is negative, it is negative here, right? In the third quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. I mean, if I say this is 45, if I say this is 45, tangent 45 is normally 1, but since this angle is here, fourth quadrant, here, third quadrant, it will be, tell me, -1. So should I say this one right now? What do you think? This angle, what will be? How can I calculate this angle? Isn't it, this is 45 plus 180? Or even you can say 45 is pi over 4. So I have plus 100, which is pi. So it will be 4 pi plus pi, 5 pi over 4. This is the first. Second, how can I express this one? This is 360 minus 45. So it is, what will be 360 minus 45? Can I say like this? 2 pi minus pi over 4, 360 minus 45. So 2 pi, 4 pi, 8 pi minus 5, 7 pi over 4. Yes, no? What do you think?
Yeah.
So 7 pi over 4 here. So the answer is A or B. I have calculated 5 pi over 4, right? It's not 3 pi over 4. Let me check one more time. So tangent is here. Yeah, tangent is here, negative. 1 minute. Tangent is negative or positive? I did mistake. Dear ladies, look. What is tangent here?
It's positive.
This is negative and negative, so positive. No, it's not. What about here? Positive and negative. Yes, this is negative. So I should draw the figure again. Let me draw the figure. Let me draw the figure. Oops. So the answer probably will be B. Let's check it now. Let's check it. Now, here, positive, and here, negative. Positive or negative, negative. I mean, one of the angle must be here. So if this is 45 degrees, so I need this one. So this is equal to, how can I find it? This is equal to, this is equal to pi, which is 180, minus pi over 4, which is 45. So pi and 4 pi is 3 pi over 4. And where it's negative also, plus and minus in the fourth quadrant, it means that here I say 45. So how can I express this? Totally 360, 360 minus 45, which means 2 pi minus pi over 4. It will be 7 pi over 4. So the answer is B. Now, what can you do, by the way? I mean, if this thing seems difficult to draw this to get -1, you can use the calculator. Where the sine of x is negative cosine of x. First of all, it must be sine of x, you know, positive, cosine of x is negative. Sine of x is positive, cosine of x is negative. It means it must be in second or in the fourth quadrant. And you may guess.
Sir, can you take a screenshot of this, please?
Yeah, let me take a screenshot. Thank you. Okay. How many minutes we have, or is it finished? Slide is finished. Do we have time? Do we have time or lesson has finished here, ladies? Let me check it.
Actually, it
Let
finished.
me check it. Oh, we already finished 5 minutes ago. Now you are in the third lesson, so your teacher probably came. Sorry for the teacher, so I am leaving. I'm leaving. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And meeting for.